The drama continues to build over in Italy as it's a two-horse race between Inter Milan and Juventus. Who's going to come out on top as we enter match sheet number 20? Let's take a little look. Next! That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. This time we'll take a look at Serie A and matchday number 20, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Serie A related, Blackburn Rovers related. Whoa, football here under Warowski. That's right. Now, before we jump into it, big announcement, massive announcement. I've got 2 brand new Patreons, boys and girls. Not 1, but 2, joining the illustrious VIP gang. Oh, my goodness gracious. I'm so over the moon. Absolutely thrilled to bits. I just checked it the other day and I noticed 1. And then the next day, bang, I got the second one. So, thank you very much, Thomas Beresford, for joining the Patreon gang. You are forever in my debt. That's right. And same can be applied for Tom Clark. Thank you so much for becoming a Patreon. But of course, and also thank you to John Spurn, the legend. John Spurn has been a Patreon for a good portion of the season so far. So I am absolutely stunned by your contribution to help push this channel to another level, boys and girls. And if you want to join the Toms and the John Spurn ledge as becoming a Patreon, there is a link down below, boys. There is a link. Just click on over, pop on over. It costs very little. It's less than a cup of water. It is, literally, depending on where you are in the world. If you're down in Naples, Florida, it's like $10 for a bottle of water. Way less than that. Way less. Anyway, enough jibber jabber. Thank you guys. Well, I do appreciate it. Let's have a little look, shall we? How we all got on last time out. Obviously, Serie A did come back into league play much sooner than the likes of the Bundesliga and even Scotland, I think. So let's have a look at how we got on, folks. Last time out, this is the criteria. 0 to 3, you're in the shit-face gang. 4 to 6, you're in the straight-face club. 7+, you're in the top banana. I think I did get top banana someplace. I don't know if it's in Italy, but we'll have a little gander now, shall we? Now, Cagliari lost at home to AC Milan. Zlatan is back. Get himself on the score sheet on that occasion. First start, first goal. Welcome back. 38 years of age. One of the fastest men, apparently, in the division at such a sprite old age of 38. 2-0 was the final score. I went with a 1-1 draw. What was I thinking? Lazio did beat Napoli 1-0 in the end. Again, I tell you now, Napoli are on a road to nowhere. Gattuso is not the man for them at all. At all. I like the character. I think he's an absolute character. But he's got no links. No links to Napoli. He's got no passion. It's like me supporting Burnley. I do an absolute shit job if I was to do that. They need someone that's committed to Napoli. And I don't think Gattuso is the man. Also, it's a big club. Big name. Big club. They just sometimes don't work. And I think that's going to be the story for Napoli. They're going nowhere. They're going nowhere. They could be in trouble if they don't sort the shit out. Inter Milan stumbled a little bit against Atalanta, so it's opened up the can of worms for them. 1-1 draw in the end. I went with a 3-2 win for Inter Milan, so wrong. Udinese did beat Sassuolo 3-0. I went with a 1-0 win myself. Fiorentina did beat SPAL 1-0. I went with a 2-0 win myself. Sampdoria, the nicest man in football, Ranieri, I think he's still in charge. 5-1 win over Brescia. I went with a 0-0. Shit stain there. Torino with a 1-0 win over Bologna. I went with a 2-1 win for Torino, so not too shabby. Verona did beat Genoa. 2-1 was the final score. I went with a 2-0. Juventus did beat Roma 2-1 in the end. I got that one. Bang on the flipping nose, boys. Bang on the flipping nose. And Parma did beat Lecce. Monday Night Football 2-0. 2-4. I'm in the top banana, boys. I'm bloody well made it. Yeah, that's right. The Prediction King is back. That's me. Yes, I've been away for a while. 2020 is my year, boys. I'm going to be the Prediction King once again. So let's have a look at you guys, how you guys got on. Sammy Idu did okay. In fact, I think a lot of you, I think there might not even be a bit of red in sight here. They might all be yellow. There might be one person. I think I remember. It might be one person with the red. So Sammy Idu did okay for himself. Fortune Chipolate, well done. Round of applause for you, Sunshine. You're also in the top banana. Miles, did okay for himself. Cody Cahoe, also round of applause for you. I think he did okay elsewhere as well, Cody, so not too shabby there. Amagi Monday, not too shabby. Yannick Bustler, not too bad indeed. Giacomo Calaulo, fancy pants, did okay for himself. Italian Devil did okay for himself. Surish Lembu, round of applause for you, Sunshine. And Narin Kandanka did okay for himself with an edit. So, you know, credit to him. He could have cheated and put in all the correct answers. Ultra Obermurat did okay for himself. Nathan Heaver, the Kiwi from Down Under, did okay for himself as well. Sergio Portillo, I've got a lot of picks here. Sergio Portillo Cortez did okay for himself. Cooper did all right for himself. Giancarlo Sarelli, not too shabby. Oliver did okay for himself. I think Ahmed might be the one. No, Ahmed did absolutely bits. Wow, round of applause for Ahmed. Well done, Sunshine. Varecko, Vasic, not too shabby. We are QPR. Also, round of applause for you, Sunshine. And then finally, there is no red. There's no red. We got another top banana. Ishman Orajaja did okay for himself. So well done, well done. No red in sight, boys. Absolutely get rid of it. Get rid of it. 2020, the year without red. That's right. This is what the table looks like at the moment. Juventus lead away 2 points clear now of Inter. Lazio closing in on them. Third spot. Atalanta back into contention once again in fourth. Roma with the banana skin just recently losing to Juventus back into the old Europa League spots. Cagliari hanging on in there just, but I think their wheels are going to come off and they're going to tumble down the table. Look at Napoli and AC Milan. Two mega giants of Italian football struggling, just like the same in England with Man United, Arsenal, all the heavyweights, some of the heavyweights struggling this time around. Genoa, Brescia and SPAL going to Serie A B if the season was to end today. But it's not, so we've got to keep going, folks. This is the next round of matches, and hopefully they're all lined up. They are good. Let's take a look now. They're going to kick it all off on, what day is that? Is that Friday? Saturday. Saturday, the 18th of January. Lazio up against Sampdoria, the nicest man in football. The last 6 occasions between two sides, 5 wins for Lazio, 0 wins for Sampdoria, 1 draw along the way. They have played already in the season. It was a 3-0 win for Lazio. The last, goodness gracious me, back in 2017, it was a 7-3 win for Lazio over Sampdoria in Lazio. Hopefully, I think Sampdoria will not want a repeat of that result. However, last season in Lazio, the last time they played in Lazio was a 2-2 draw. Everyone got themselves a point with goals from Francesco Acerbi for Lazio, Sergio Immobile also for Lazio. The 2 goals for Sampdoria, Fabio Quagliarella, goodness me, Riccardo Samponara getting the goals, and Bartosz Braneski getting himself sent off. Woo, what a game that was. 4-goal thriller. Sending off 2 absolute late goals in that one. 96th minute and the 99th minute. It must have been an absolute fisticuffs. Lazio have won the last 10 matches in Serie A. So they will probably fancy their chances. Lazio heading into this third in the table, 42 points on the board. A win for them would close the door to second to just 1 point. Sampdoria, though, 16th for the table. 2 wins of the past 4 for them. Unbeaten in 3 of the past 4. A win for them in 16th. Could see them rise to 14th. It's a bit of a tall order, though. They are. It's difficult. 11-4 for Lazio. 15-2 is the away win. 15-4 is the draw. Sampdoria are one of my teams. I do keep a soft spot for Sampdoria, but I don't think they're going to get anything out of this one. 3-1 win for Lazio to take home all 3 points. Next up, same day, Sassuolo up against Torino. Sassuolo heading into this 15th in the table with 3 defeats on the spin for them. Just 1 win in the past 6. Up against the Torino side, battling for Europe. 4 wins at the past 6 games. 1 defeat at the past 6 as well, if you want to open up the numbers a little bit. A win for Sassuolo in 16th, could see them rise to 14th. A win for Torino in 8th, could see them rise to 6th. That's Europa League contention, folks. Last 6 occasions has been 0 wins for Sassuolo, 4 wins for Torino, 2 draws along the way. They played earlier in the campaign. It was a 2-1 win for Torino, with the goals coming from, on that day, Simone Zaza and Andrea Valletti. Francesco Caputo getting the 1-0 goal for Sassuolo. Their last time they played in Sassuolo, though, it was a draw. That was last season, 2018. Belotti also on the score sheet again. Enrico Brignola heading into that one. So you'd fancy Torino on this one. Bookmakers will go with it as well. 70-10 for Sassuolo for the victory. 12-5 is the draw. 31-20 is the away win. I'm going with Sassuolo. I'm bucking the trend here a little bit. Sassuolo have their capabilities to beat anybody on their given day, any given day. But right now they're struggling. They need a win. It's a brand new. It's not brand new seed, brand new thing. They've already played once already this year. But I think they're going to have to kickstart their season right about now, or else they're going to get sucked into relegation. It's win or bust for Sassuolo. Torino can afford to lose this one, and they'll still be in the thick of things for Europa League. So going to give it to Sassuolo on this one. Next up, it is Napoli, the aforementioned Napoli, up against Fiorentina. No, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying they're not going to win games under Gattuso. I do probably expect them to win this game, but they're just not going to be up against it. The last 6 occasions between the two sides, 3 wins for Napoli, 1 win for Fiorentina, 2 draws along the way. They did play earlier in the campaign. It was a 7-goal barnstormer. The 3 goals for Fiorentina coming from Eric Pulga from the penalty spot, Nicolo Milenkovic and Kevin Prince Boateng for Fiorentina. The goals for Napoli was Dries Mertens, Lorenzo Insigne got a brace, and Jose Calderon as well. 7-goal barnstorm. Last time they played in Fiorentina was a 0-0 draw. That was last season. Heading into this, Napoli have lost their last 3 home matches and conceded at least 2 goals in those matches as well. Fiorentina 14th in the table, 1 win in the past 6. Napoli on the flip side are in 11th, 1 win in the past 6 games, 3 defeats of the past 4. New manager's supposed to bring a bounce, guys. New manager's supposed to bring a bounce. A win though for Napoli could see them rise to 8th. Can kind of calm things down a little bit. A win for Fiorentina at 14th spot could see them rise above Napoli into 11th. For me, going to go with a 2-1 win for Napoli on this one to shade it. It ain't going to be pretty, but it'll be just enough to get things done. Next up, AC Milan up against Udinese. AC Milan are in 10th spot at the moment. Zlatan has returned. 1 defeat in the past 6 for them. Up against Udinese's side, who are in 12th spot. Actually, 1 point separate the 2 sides. Udinese actually won the last 3 games on the spin heading into this. Bookmakers on this bad boy, they go 2-1 on for AC Milan. 6-1 is the away win. 3-1 is the draw. The last 6 between the 2 sides. 2 wins for AC Milan, 2 for Udinese, and 2 draws along the way. They played in the round about the first game of the season. It was a 1-0 win for Udinese, and last time they played in San Siro, back in Milan. And the last time they played in AC Milan was a 1-1 draw. Christoph Piatek, who could be a Spurs player very, very soon. And then on the flip side, Kevin Lasagna got himself a goal in that case. AC Milan have actually drawn the last 3 home matches in the division, but Udinese have actually won the last 3 matches, period, in this. It's going to be a tough old one, tough old boots, but I'm going to give it to AC Milan. The resurgence is there. Zlatan will bring a feel-good atmosphere back. He'll start the game, and he'll most likely even get on the score sheet as well. So win for AC Milan, and that win could see them rise to as high as 7th. And they could be sniffing for your Europa League action once again. Brescia up against Cagliari. Must-win game for Cagliari to get themselves back into contention. They are currently 6 points off a 5th spot if they are going to do an ambitious push for the top 5, top 4. Brescia on the flip side are in 19th spot in relegation zone. 3 defeats of the past 4 for them. Not great, actually, without a win in 4 if you want to open up the numbers a little bit. Cagliari, though, on the flip side, pretty shitty form as well. Unbeaten without a win in 5 as well. 4 defeats on the spin. This is a must. This is a game that you probably would back it like 2 or 3 months ago. You would go Cagliari stone cold a win. But Brescia now at home would fancy their chances. Heading into this last 6 occasions, 2 wins for Brescia, 2 wins for Cagliari, 2 draws along the way. They did play earlier in the campaign. It was a 1-0 win for Brescia, so they've done the single over them. Can they do the double? The last time they played in Brescia was a 2-2 draw back in 2017. That might have been a friendly. So the last time they played in the league in Brescia was back in 2015. In Serie A B, Brescia picking up a 4-0 barnstormer back in the day. Cagliari have lost their last 4 matches, so they need a win. They need a win if they're gonna. And this is a game that's probably gonna end a draw, if I'm honest with you. 6-4 for Brescia, 13-5 is the draw, 13-8 is the away win. I'm going with a draw. I've called it. 1-1 draw. 2 sides in different form. Cagliari wobbling, Brescia needing points. It's just going to smell like a draw, so I'm going with a draw. Next up, we have Bologna up against Verona. Heading into this last 6 occasions, 4 wins for Bologna, 1 win for Verona, 1 draw along the way. They played earlier in the campaign in August. It was a 1-1 draw. The last time I played in Bologna was a 2-0 win for Bologna. Simon Verdi and Adam Nagy getting the goals on that occasion. Heading into this, Bologna find themselves in 13th spot, 23 points on the board. A win away from going 9th. Hellas Verona doing pretty well for themselves in 9th spot at the moment, and a win away from going to 7th. Bookmakers odds on this one, they go with 17-20 on for Bologna, so they are favourites. 5-2 is the draw. 16-5 is the away win on this bad boy. It's a tough one. It's another tough old boots, but I'm going to give it to Verona on this one. Against the grain here. I'm going against Bologna and the bookmakers. So an upset on the cards here. So next up we have Lecce up against Inter Milan. Now Lecce heading into 17th at the table. 4 defeats on the spin for them. Up against Inter Milan side, 2 wins at the past 5. Those other 3 were draws. The last 6 occasions between the 2 sides, 1 win for Lecce, 4 wins for Inter Milan, 1 draw along the way. They did play back in August. It was a 4-0 win for Inter Milan at home. The last time I played in Lecce, though, back in 2012, it was a 1-0 win for Lecce with a 1-0 goal coming from Guillermo Giacomazzi on the 40th minute. Lecce have lost their last 4 matches in the division. Inter Milan have actually won 8 of the last 9 away matches, so their away form is pretty shitty hotty heading into this. A win for Lecce in 17th could see them right, could just close the gap to maybe moving above the old drop zone a little bit further. Win for Inter Milan could see them go outright lead, depending on what goes on with Juventus. So for me, I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Inter Milan. they'll get back to winning ways. Again, their away form is shit hot. Inter Milan they are good. They just need to be a little bit better than Barcelona. Next up, we have Genoa up against Roma. Genoa heading into this in the drop zone, 18th spot on the board. They actually won not too long ago, but realistically, when you take a look at the grand scheme of things, it's one win in the past 6. Heading into this, Roma on the flip side, 2 defeats on the spin for them. In 5th spot, I need a win to get themselves back into Champions League reckoning. The last 6 occasions, though, it looking favourable for Roma. 0 wins for Genoa, 3 draws, 3 wins for Roma as well. They did play back in August. It was a 3-3 barnstorm and 6-goal belter, with under on the score sheet Dzeko and Kolarov for Roma. Pinamonti, Grishkito and Kouame getting the goals for Genoa. The last time they played in Genoa was also a draw. So the past 2 games have been draws, and they've both been in Serie A back in the day. So bookmakers, what do they think on this one? This game takes place on Sunday. 16-5 for Genoa, 5-2 the draw, 17-20 on for Roma. So they are favourites. A win for Genoa in 18th again. Could see them go above Lecce, and that's out of the drop zone. But I can't see anything but an away win here. 2-1 in the end to take all 3 points for Roma, and again close in on potentially leapfrogging Atalanta, who have got it should be an easy game really. Next up we have the champions and the leaders, Juventus up against Parma. Parma sitting 7th at the table. 1 defeat of the past 5 for them heading into this. Same could be said for Juventus. Actually 1 defeat of the past 5, but they won 4 in the spin heading into this. The last 3 encounters between themselves and Parma, 2 wins for Juventus, 1 draw along the way. They did play back in August. It was a 1-0 win for Juve. Goal scorer on that occasion was Chiellini. The last time they played over in Juventus, though, was back in the last season. Was a 3-3 draw. I think they were already coasting towards the title back in the day. Ronaldo with a brace. Regani, the 3rd goal for Juventus. The 2 goals for Parma with Barella and Gervinho getting the goals on that occasion. A win for Parma could see them rise to 6th. That's Europa League football. Bookmakers go with 5-1 on for Juventus, 11-2 the draw, 14-1 is the away win. Going to go with a 3-0 win myself for Juve to take the 3 points and again extend their lead at the top of the table, or at least maintain their lead depending on what goes on with Inter Milan. And wrapping up this bad boy, it will be Atalanta up against SPAL. SPAL bottom of the table, Atalanta are 4th. Should be a stone cold home win, right? Probably. The last 6 or last 5 occasions between 2 sides, 2 wins for Atalanta, 1 win for SPAL, 2 draws along the way. They did play back in August. It was a 3-2 win, 5-goal barnstormer in favour of Atalanta. Luis Muriel getting a brace. Ruben Guzans getting the other goal for Atalanta, with Federico Di Francesco getting the 1 goal for SPAL. Andrea Pantanga the other one. The last time they played in Atalanta was a 2-1 win in favour of Atalanta. So they've won back-to-back against SPAL. The past 2 occasions. A win for SPAL, though, could see them rise above Lecce, and that's out of the drop zone, folks. Out of the drop zone, obviously, goal difference depending. Atalanta in 4th, a win for them could just close the gap to maybe a surge for top 3. But will they win it? I'm going to give it to them 2-1. Not be pretty, but enough in the end. So let's just say my predictions come on in. This is what the table would look like heading into matchday number 21. Juventus would lead the way, 2 points clear of Inter Milan. Lazio would be 4 points adrift of Inter in 3rd, and Atalanta would be in 4th, 7 points adrift of 3rd. Roma and Cagliari in the Europa League spots as it stands. Look how close it is, though, in that middle of the park, from 6th all the way down to 11th. Battling for Europa League spots. Down the bottom will be SPAL, Genoa and Brescia going down to Serie B, folks. So make sure you get your predictions in nice and early for Serie A down in the comment section down below, and then we'll make sure we get to see them next time around. Also, if you are new to the channel, make sure you bang the thumbs up, bang the subscribe, and just say hello. Just say hello in the comment section. I do appreciate it, your viewership. And again, if you want to become an exclusive VIP member, a Patreon to the channel, the platform, as we try to kick on to another level, there is a link to my Patreon thing down below. You can join the exclusive VIP gang. That's forever growing now. Oh my goodness, I just can't believe it. Anyway, folks, who's going to be top of the table at the end of match day number 20? Can Inter Milan upset the odds and leapfrog Juventus? A win could do that, folks. A win and a loss for Juventus. A win for Inter and a loss for Juventus could see them leapfrog in the table. And Lazio are not out of the race just yet, folks. So it's heating up over in Italy. Anyway, folks, I hope to see you all very, very soon. Until then, I'm going to let you get out of here. Bang the thumbs up. Bang the subscribe. I'll see you next time. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.